I don't know if I can do this by myself. So I'm going to get a little help along the way. Hey, Cortana. Open Star Wars in the Classroom. Well, at Star Wars in the Classroom, you'll see that there are all kinds of cool things where teachers are incorporating Star Wars in their lessons. And there are rogues. Well, what is a rogue? Well, let me show you. Rogues are teachers who will use Star Wars. And it's a very prestigious group. You have to apply to get in. There's rogue leaders, there's special ops, really cool deal there. And I want you to notice, maybe you see a list of teachers in front of you, and notice that Mr. Bakacia, our very own Mr. Bakacia, he is Rogue 323. You can see he has a bio, and well, Mr. Bakacia is my hero.
One day I will defeat you, Lord Vader. You can only fight me for so long. Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. I was playing with my lightsaber. Hello. If y'all don't know me, I just want to introduce myself. My name is Mr. Bakacia. I want to just say what an honor it is for me to be here on this video this afternoon or this morning. And I just wanted to introduce something about your teacher that you might not know. You might know your teacher as Mr. Pelham, but in our world, he is actually known as Rogue 324. He is a member of the illustrious Star Wars in Education. He is a part of the Rogue Gallery, and you need to realize what a treasure you have in your classroom when he brings the teachings of the Jedi and mixes them with English. May the Force be with you.
Let's look at prepositions. What are they doing in the sentence? How do they work? And I think the sentence behind us will help to illustrate exactly what prepositions do in the context of a sentence. The student in the back asked a question after class. So we've got two noun phrases here in the first part. we'll look at the first line. Student in the back. All right, now hopefully you've recognized that in the back is a prepositional phrase. I'm going to leave these separate because I want us to see what this preposition is doing, as I mentioned earlier. The back is a noun phrase and the student is a noun phrase, and this preposition is showing relationship between these two noun phrases. It's showing where the student is. Now notice that the back is telling us information about the student. The student is not telling us information about the back. So the prepositional phrase is connecting this way. The direction of a prepositional phrase when it connects to a noun phrase is always from right to left. The noun phrase that's part of the prepositional phrase is connecting from right to left. So the prepositional phrase then, be helpful to look at that, is in the back. In the back. So in the back is our prepositional phrase connecting to the student. It's not the student who's in the front, it's the student in the back. That context becomes very important. That's a detail that we must take into consideration as we consider this noun from now on. So the student must include this prepositional phrase. All right. Now, as we see this prepositional phrase that is working much like a magnet, pulling this noun phrase or the object of the preposition into this other larger noun phrase, it's serving as a magnet, if you will. It's connecting these two noun phrases, and it always is going from right to left. We have an adjective phrase. We can actually draw a little arrow from in the back to the student. Now, let's look at the verb phrase, the next line, and this would be the predicate. Ask is our verb. Then we have a question. Now, a question is our direct object. It's a noun phrase. Asked what? Asked a question. We'll get into direct objects later in the course. And then we have after class. Once again, we have a preposition followed by a noun phrase. That's the standard structure of a prepositional phrase. Preposition, noun phrase. That noun phrase is being connected to asked. It's actually jumping the direct object or a question, the noun phrase, a question. Now, some people may look at this and say, well, I thought after class was going with a question. Well, you wouldn't say an after class question. You might say an algebra question or an English question or a Bible question, but you won't say an after class question. But you would say, when did you ask the question? After class. So this is answering, when was the question asked? Well, it was answered, or it was asked, and hopefully answered after class. So it's jumping the question, a question, and going straight to the verb here. Now this could be easily moved to the beginning of the sentence, and it could read, after class, the student in the back asked a question. So hopefully that answers some questions for you. If not, you're welcome to ask me a question after class. Thanks, and hope you have a great day.